Hello, hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Married with Media Live.
How's it going on this
on a Monday night?
hot?
It's hot.
Hot Monday night.
It's hot here in Kentucky.
At least here in Kentucky. I am still a little red. I was outside playing with our daughter with the water hose.
Oh wow! You didn't get wet?
No, I told her not to spray me, but
oh, okay.
That's what we do out here in Kentucky.
We just spray in the country. We just
we ain't got no
bare
pool,
feet, spray each other with the water hose.
Yeah, so it was too hot to play basketball today. I mean, it's like in the 90s. It's super humid. You're just like sweating immediately.
Because as you all know, if you're just not joining us, we're a big basketball family.
Oh, yeah.
Over here.
Ever since we got
for about 8 days.
Right. So anyway, the water hose is
it was tonight. Oh, but we got 41 people in the chat already, though. Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button if you haven't already.
Like the stream, guys.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I meant to clip. I mean, I kind of have an image that could go with it, but I didn't know if you wanted to do a little like quick thoughts on the premiere of House of the Dragon last night.
Yeah. I figured we'd talk about it when we talk about that story.
Oh, okay. All right. You don't want to start with it?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
All right.
Nah. You're always so particular about what order we go into, so I figured I would be.
I was going to say, I feel like that's.
I don't care. We can talk about it, but I just thought we'd talk about it with the story.
Okay, that's fine.
But,
well, in that case, I guess we'll go ahead and get into the chat. See who we got hanging out with us tonight. We got Trekker Nat.
Now, do want to add, I am drinking an Alani tonight, so Alani, please reach out to us, and we will sponsor you all. This one's a blue slushy.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's different from the cherry slushy. I did drink it before, but I forgot. I forgot.
Okay. Trekker Not. Hey, how's it going?
It's pretty good, but I think I like the cherry one better.
Okay.
I think the cherry one tastes more like a cherry slushy, whereas this one doesn't taste quite like a blue slushy does. I don't know. You want to try it?
Nah.
Are you good? Okay.
We got Collector Movie Man. Hey, Ken and Michelle, are you guys going to talk for a few minutes about House of the Dragons episode 1? Well, if you're still in the chat, Ken says we will hear shortly. Let's see. We got Adrian in the chat. Hello there, Ken and Michelle. How you doing? Cool couple. Pride Heart Rainbow Philly. I think that was an emoji.
It was.
Sometimes it does that. It's so weird.
I don't know why it types it out like that.
Hey, Ken, I wanted to tell you real quick what I'm getting in July. Captain Phillips 4K Ultra HD Steelbook, The Man from Uncle, Arrow Video Limited Edition Twister Steelbook, Jaws 3 Steelbook, Jaws 4 Steelbook.
You reminded me how there's a lot of good stuff coming in July.
My goodness. We got Mary in the chat. We got new trailer for The Fabulous Four. It was sold okay. Then Ezra movie starring Robert De Niro. I have not seen either one of those. Did you see the? Does she mean Fantastic Four?
There wasn't a trailer for Fantastic Four unless it was a fake one. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like, what's Fabulous Four? I don't know.
I have no idea. I'd have to look that up.
Michelle, I wanted to ask you, did you like my new iPhone case? It's House of the Dragons. I sent you a picture of it. Yes, it was very cool. We got DL. What's up, guys? Don't forget to RKO that like button.
Thank you, DL.
We got DJ Joker.
Out of nowhere.
I just put pre-order on Amazon for Michelle's clone. Should get it by the end of the week.
Wow, DJ Joker. Quit hitting on my wife. I'm not about to have it tonight. We're booting him. Boot him out of here.
You can buy my clone on Amazon? Who knew?
That's crazy.
We got Dimension Scott. What's up, everybody? And Kent and Michelle. How's it going, Dimension?
How much is a Michelle clone?
Priceless.
Priceless?
Expensive AF. Christians in the chat. How much do you guys spend to go to the movies with the family? Oh, Lord. So I just recently joined our like a movie club again because we at least know we're going to see, a few more movies as a family and everything. So anyway, it's kind of like just smart to do it because you get one free movie ticket a month and then you get 20% off concessions and it's like $11.99 a month. So, but anyway,
we got that off the concessions yesterday. So it's worth it just for like the
discount you did. On the concessions. I mean, you took my phone, so you better have got the discount. That's why
I got the discount. No, it wasn't quite 11 because we didn't get a ton of concessions because you all didn't get any.
What do you mean it wasn't quite 11?
It wasn't $11 off. It was like $7 or $8 off.
Yeah, but we still got a free ticket yesterday. I paid for those. You just didn't know.
Okay.
But yeah, we did go see Inside Out 2. We're not going to talk about it tonight. We are going to do a separate review for that. So be on the lookout for that very soon. But I want to say, so like we saw a matinee showing. So if I hadn't got I don't know if I should count the free ticket or not. Should I?
Yeah, I would count the free ticket.
Okay.
No, don't count the free ticket.
Okay. So it would have been like $30, I think.
Yeah.
No, wait, it was 30 with the free ticket. So it would have been like $40 for a matinee for the four of us. And then, I mean, yesterday when we went, I didn't get anything. Liam didn't get anything. So like we saved you big money yesterday. But typically we would easily spend $50-$60 on concessions, right?
I don't know if it's quite that much.
Okay.
I mean, with that discount, it probably would have been like 40 or something. So I'd say we spent at least $80 to $90, I would say.
Yeah.
And if we're not seeing a matinee, which we usually do when we have the kids,
yeah.
It could go upwards of $100.
Yeah.
I mean,
there you go. There's a very in-depth, detailed.
Yeah.
Movie.
That's why I'm so particular sometimes about what we're going to the theater to see.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something I know is going to be on a streaming service in like 3 weeks or something.
I hear you. We already talked about this. It's the experience you're paying for.
I understand.
Okay, we got Ethan in the chat going to see Inside Out 2 tomorrow.
But the thing about Inside Out 2, and this may be a reason why I did so well, is because it has that 100-day window. It's not going to be on Disney Plus.
Okay. DJ Joker says Dead Man on Campus with Mark Paul Gosselaar on Blu-ray came today in the mail. Very nice.
Nice. Kino Lorber release.
We got Tony in the chat. Good evening, Michelle Cannon chat. How's it going, Tony?
And are we coming through clear and, are we blurry, anything like, because that signal at the top always throws me off. We got like one bar up there. So
yeah,
hopefully things are looking
well,
okay.
I do know last week we were
see on my phone, we're super laggy.
We were super laggy last week.
Yeah.
Probably because you're downloading a video and
I don't think that has anything to do with it at all, but I can quit because it's going super slow anyway.
Let's see here. Maria's in the chat. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Ken. How's it going, Maria? We got Frank in the chat. What's up, guys? We got Tiana in the chat. How's it going, Tiana? We got Johnny in the chat. All the peeps. Frank says, for Father's Day, we took the kids to Inside Out 2, and we loved it. The theater was packed. Haven't seen it that full in a long time.
Yeah.
Very awesome. Maria says, awesome. House of the Dragon. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
We got Mohawk Vader. Did you both enjoy Game of Thrones new episode last night? Well,
Jeez Louise, do you want to talk about it?
Ken said we have to wait, guys.
Let's just talk about it. Do you want to talk about House of the Dragon?
No. We got James in the chat. Hello, Michelle and Ken and everyone. How's it going?
What's up, James? And to all the fathers out there, hopefully y'all had a great Father's Day yesterday.
Yeah.
I do want to say that.
We got Gus in the chat. Hi, Ken Shell. How's it going, Gus?
What's up, Gus?
We got Chandler. Hi, Ken and Michelle. We got Ruben in the chat. Hello, everyone. Kevin wants to know, are you buying Chinatown on 4K? You already have it, don't you?
I've got Chinatown on 4K. I've had it for over a week from Paramount. I need to have time to watch it.
Wow. Sounds like you're kind of rubbing it in.
I'm not rubbing it in.
I've had it for a week.
It might be longer than that. I think I've had that thing for 2 weeks almost.
Kevin says, what's your guys' favorite movie from 2009? I don't even know what came out in 2009. So
2009 was not a great year from what I remember. I'll say I Love You Man off the top of my head.
That's a good one.
I love that movie.
We got Cowabunga Dude. What's up? How's it going?
What's up, Cowabunga Dude?
We got Big Movie Freak. Good morning from Singapore. How's it going?
What's up, Big Movie Freak? He's big and he likes movies and he's a freak.
I missed Corey in the chat. How's it going, Corey?
What's up, Corey?
Let's see. Kevin says, "Are you a fan of the Mighty Ducks movies?"
Of course. I love the Mighty Ducks movies. If you want me to rank them, I would go 3, 1, and then 2 is number 1. 2's number 1.
Nobody asked for a ranking. We got the Blues Room.
It's
Hello,
knuckle
everyone.
puck time.
It's not like you just hit your knuckles.
I just hit
yourself.
my knuckles on the table. I have to scoot back a bit.
Let's see. Maria says, "Cool shirts."
Oh, thank you. We got Def Leppard and we got Freddie. These are 2 staples of the 80s right here.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Collector Movie Man says, "Yep, it's in the 90s here too in Michigan. I'm sitting in my apartment with my air conditioning on." Oh, nice. Heck yeah. I mean, you gotta. We got Scott in the chat. How's it going? Truckopedia says, "If they put Double Jeopardy and Red Eye in a Paramount Scares Volume 2, I'm sorry, but it's really going to irritate me if we get those not Friday the 13th Part 2 4K.
Yeah. I don't really want them to put Friday the 13th movies in a Paramount Scares box set. I'd rather them just do their own box set for Friday the 13th, if I'm being honest. All of them. All of them or nothing.
I apologize. I had to take a drink there.
Oh, you're fine.
Truckopedia, that was quite the mouthful.
And that was physical media. You got to learn to screen those a little bit better because you don't talk about physical media on the channel.
I try to be nice. I know.
You have to understand, I don't go live anymore, so people don't have the opportunity to ask me these questions.
They did it anyway. Nice t-shirt, Michelle. Thank you. James says, "House of the Dragon Season 2 snuck up on me. Super excited. It will take me a week or so to get to it, but looking forward to getting back to West. Oh my gosh, I can't even say
James is backed up.
Westeros. My gosh.
I get it, James. I get it. You got to prioritize.
That must be hard to have to wait like a week when everybody's talking about it. Hope all the dads had a nice Father's Day yesterday.
Thank you, Tony.
Truckopedia, House of the Dragon renewed for Season 3 as of last Wednesday or Thursday. You guys, we bring you the news, not you bring us the news.
No, I mean, sometimes they do bring us the news. They just want to make sure. They're like, "Are you guys talking about this?"
Right. Just saw Inside Out 2 last night. Thought it was pretty good, but not as good as the first one.
Well, that's most sequels. I mean, to be honest.
Ruben says, "Hey, Ken and Michelle, how's your evening going?"
What's up, Ruben?
Name your favorite sitcoms from the 90s. For me, it's Beverly Hills 90210, X-Files, Saved by the Bell, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Mine's actually none of those, D Joker.
Okay.
I like Saved by the Bell, okay.
But, I watched the 90210 remake.
Home Improvement, Roseanne, Seinfeld.
I would say Full House. We got Holland in the chat. Hey, Kenny and Shelly. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. We got
What's
Sarah
up,
in the chat. Maria can't wait to receive American Gigolo. She ordered the Aero Limited exclusive.
I popped that in last night, Maria. I didn't finish it, but woo! Richard Gere, naked body in 4K took my breath away.
Okay.
So you always think I just watch naked women on my physical media releases. It's not true.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Mary says, "Going to see Bad Boys Ride or Die." You're shaking the computer. It's funnier than Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Is that what the comments
You're literally laughing and shaking the no. Get it together.
I'm sorry.
Talking about naked, whatever his name was.
I'm trying to be funny, and you just always no sell it.
Earl, the movie guy, loved Inside Out 2. You need to see it in theater. We did. I was going to go see Inside Out 2 tomorrow, but I changed my mind. I'm going to go see The Bike Riders on Friday right now. I'm watching Dune Part 2. So far, this has been my favorite movie this year. Collector Movie Man. I haven't seen the bike. The Bike Riders probably isn't out yet, is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think you would like Inside Out too. I think you should go see it. Tony says we're blurry. Do you think Peter Evans is an underrated actor? Yes, absolutely.
Peter Evans, Evan Peters.
Evan, yeah, maybe it's Evan Peters.
It's Evan Peters.
Okay. Gosh, do you always have to just be so judgmental?
I wasn't being judgmental.
Is Peter Evans a person? I'm sure it is, but Did you mean Evan Peters? It sounds the same. Peter Evans, Evan Peters. And it's funny because I literally just saw him on my Instagram. He's not like out there very much. He's like a very like off social media type of person. He doesn't really get out much, I don't think. But he apparently is at a fashion show.
Yeah.
No less. With a new girlfriend or something. So it's all the talk. And he seems like he just doesn't want to be there. But do you think he's an underrated actor if he is in fact talking about Evan Peters? I do. I think he's great.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people know that.
You think?
So I don't think he's underrated.
Okay. It's definitely 240 potato quality.
I don't know what to do. I mean,
we're
literally plugged in with an Ethernet cable, and it says we're plugged in.
Loud and clear.
And there's just nothing
You
else
are a little blurry. You were worse when you first got on, but much better now. Just a little blurry.
The kids playing Fortnite and Roblox. I blame it on that.
Ken, have you emotionally prepared Michelle for your Barnes & Noble Criterion hauls next month? I think Ken's going to have to reevaluate his spending.
Yeah. I'm not going crazy. I've got so many Criterions in there that I haven't watched. There are some titles that have come out this year that I've been holding off on because I want to get during the Criterion sale. So I'll be getting a few, but I'm not going crazy. Not anymore.
I went and saw Bad Boys Ride or Die over the weekend. Definitely had a fun time with it. Are y'all going to get spoilery? Haven't watched it yet. Possibly. You talking about House of the Dragon? I kept on looking last night to see if you guys were going to do a review for House of the Dragons. I kept checking every 15 minutes, and by 11:30, I kind of figured you guys weren't going to do
by
one.
11:30, figure that it's not coming. I would have,
I feel bad, honestly. For some reason, when it was over, I wish that we had taken a few moments to just do like first reactions. That would have been super easy to do.
We could do that stuff. I'm just gonna get
that was my fault. I just like. You didn't say anything either, but you probably just figured. I was just like ready to go to bed.
Well, I wanted to film the Inside Out 2 review yesterday. You didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And you get in these moods where it's like, I don't want to film.
Yeah. I was just tired.
And then I'll be the busiest I've ever been. And you'll come down right in the middle of it and be like, can we film 3 videos?
That is an interesting thing about having our channel together is that we hardly ever want to film at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I'll get super motivated and want to film. But like you said, you'll be like really busy for your channel or something. And you'll be like, and then I'll get mad that you don't want to film.
Yeah.
And then
I need to set up some kind of a table or something like in front of the TV, have the tripod on it, just pull it over as soon as we're done. And we film something real quick and it's over.
Earl says also Inside Out 2 has a cool popcorn bucket of anger. What? The hair flame lights up. Hi, Michelle and Ken, ladies first. That's very cool. I have not seen that. I hope you had a good Father's Day, Ken.
Thank you, Maria.
How was your first Father's Day, by the way? Not first Father's Day, good. But first Father's Day off work.
It was good overall. I had a good day. It started off busy and overwhelming because
by your own doing
the physical media report to film on Father's Day. But after that, we went to go see the movie and we went to a cookout. So it was a nice Father's Day. It was a nice Father's Day, and we watched House of the Dragon. Like it was a good day.
Mindy says, "Happy Father's Day, Daddy Ken."
Oh, thank you, Mindy. I appreciate that.
That's uncomfortable.
That's my daughter, Mindy.
We got Gus with a super chat. I see and hear you loud and clear. Go nuts or go home, Ken. Criterions. Thank you so much, Gus.
I'll go nuts, Gus, if you give me a $700 super chat.
Oh, stop!
No, I'm joking, Gus. Please, for the love of God, don't do that.
Why would he? He's not that. He doesn't like you that much. Finally got my Vinegar Syndrome halfway to Black Friday haul, so my video will be out tomorrow morning.
Nice, Frank. Looking forward to see what you got.
Oh, calling me out here, Michelle. What's your favorite Def Leppard song?
There's an easy one for you.
Was it in Thor?
I don't think it.
Or
I don't think
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, I don't know if they had any Def Leppard in Thor or Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe Thor: Love and Thunder. I can't remember. But I thought.
Guys, I got this T-shirt because I liked the way it looked.
So I'll tell you that because I've been listening to a lot of Def Leppard lately.
I know them. I just can't. I don't know the names.
Too Late for Love is probably my favorite of theirs right now.
What's like a popular?
Fullin's a great one. Hysteria, Animal. Pour Some Sugar on Me is the one that's the most popular, but
yeah,
that's so overplayed. I don't even listen to that one. I don't like that one. Rock of Ages is awesome. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of their
dear God. Recently. Paul says, how many times do I have to tell myself that I'm not effing gay for Ken?
What is going on in the chat tonight?
Paul's always crazy. It's pretty hot here too, Kenny boy. Who is Mindy?
You act
is
like
Mindy a troll, or is she really a
you act
woman?
Like I know.
We got Cal in the chat. Hey, Levels, how was Dad's day?
It was pretty good, Cal.
Do you have the tickets for Deadpool? No.
No, I don't really care to see Deadpool. I'll be honest.
Shelly No Braid is back. Ken, stay alert. She ready? Remember, he said I'm nicer when I have my braid in. Cal saying hi to everyone. He said that like last week or something. I'm not even trying. Who is
Paul?
I'm not even trying to be disrespectful when I say this, but Michelle equals MILF.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just like.
I agree with
being
you, Paul.
sarcastic.
I agree with you.
Best Buy started releasing Friday the 13th on Blu-ray Steelbooks. Then they started releasing the 4Ks. Not cool. Cool.
They've only done one Friday the 13th movie on 4K. Only one.
Maria says you guys don't talk about everything, though. This is true.
We can't talk about everything.
This is true. But listen, if you know us, which we hope you do.
We talk about stuff that
you'll know. You should know that we're going to talk about House of the Dragon being renewed for season 3.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just joking, guys. I really am.
We might have missed it.
Ken, I'm starting to get more into the Arrow video box set things. I'm really annoyed that they haven't released the Hellraiser collection here in the United States. Same with the Robin Hood CK. What's CK?
I don't know.
Go.
UK, maybe? Maybe you meant to say UK?
No, same with the Robin Hood. I don't know. Are you a fan of American Horror Story?
First season was good. After that, it was a struggle to finish any of the seasons.
I think we already talked about that. Many sequels better than originals. T2, American Pie 2, Dark Knight, so many.
There's a...
What do you think about that?
I mean, it's all subjective anyway, right? I honestly...
Yeah, I mean, it's personal opinion. That's what movies are. It's
But T2, Aliens, they're pretty much universally praised as being better than the originals. But I would not agree with Aliens. I think Alien is better than Aliens, and I think that Terminator 2 is better than the first one, but just slightly. And American Pie 2 is better than the first one.
Isn't that interesting though? That like someone could, like it's just like a personal thing. Like,
yeah,
you can't say that a movie is. It's hard to say if a movie is good or bad, really.
Yeah,
I'm like just you could argue the masses agree, but at the end of the day, like it's still just
there's certain ones that are pretty universally accepted.
Yeah.
But now what always happens like years later is there's always a backlash. It's always like, well, is it better than the first one? Then people will rally behind the first one again.
Mm. So I feel like you always want to say that the first ones are better.
I have a tendency to a big one for me is Nightmare on Elm Street, my shirt. I think it's the best of the franchise. And a lot of people would say Dream Warriors is the best, the third one.
Which I think that we got you that for Christmas.
Yeah,
I think that's a Walmart shirt. That's a Walmart shirt.
It is a Walmart shirt. It's a great shirt.
Gabriel says, hi, how's it going? Gus enjoyed The Hills. You talking about the reality show?
The Hills.
Oh, heck yeah. On MTV? Or are you talking about The Hills Have Eyes? I don't know.
Michelle used to be a collector of physical media because I used to buy you seasons of those shows like Laguna Beach and The Hills and all that stuff on DVD back in the day.
That's like, but that's that was the only way you could watch it. Yeah. I had The Hills. What was the other one? That was like The Hills.
You had Everwood. I bought you every season.
No, Laguna Beach. Laguna Beach was the first one, and then The Hills was a spinoff from Laguna Beach.
Yeah.
But I had Everwood, which was my favorite show. I loved that one, and then it got canceled.
TV physical media was huge in the mid 2000s, early to mid 2000s, because like that was before Netflix. So like if you wanted to watch shows like in chronological order, you had to have those seasons.
Yeah.
Or otherwise you'd be just relying on reruns and stuff like that.
Oh, and then I had Newlyweds with Nick and Jessica Lachey.
You did. She bought all those seasons.
We got Happy Optimist. Good morning from the Philippines. You love birds. How's it going? No longer blurry. Looks great. Well, that's good for now.
To balance out.
Ken, are you and Derek really close, even though you lost to him twice? Derek, who's Derek?
You talking about convicted cinephile?
You lost to him?
I like Derek. Yeah, I lost to him in the movie collection battle once. I only remember once.
These people don't forget.
I remember once.
I don't even know.
Maybe it was twice. I think it was only once. That was the last time I competed.
Ken's forgotten one. Kenny at Criterion next sell like Michael Keaton. You want to get nuts? Come on.
Come on.
How many movies do you watch per week?
I aim for at least 5 or 6, and sometimes I can get more. Sometimes it's less.
Ken, can I have a poster of you to hang up in my room?
Sure.
Allison says, "Can I be your daughter too, Ken?"
I don't know.
You're
Allison,
right.
you look like you have a family of your own. Why do you want to be my daughter?
You're right, Ken. Crybaby looks amazing. I received from Amazon yesterday.
Oh, it was chef's kiss. Crybaby.
That movie was not for me.
It was wild rewatching it. I hadn't rewatched it since I was like 10.
Oh.
And I was like, this movie.
I know that it was like intentional, but I just don't like that kind of stuff.
It made me love it like even more though.
And it makes me like judge you for liking it.
Well, I was afraid it was going to be like cheesy to me, like if they played it straight, but because it was so like over the top satirical, like I could get into it a lot better. I
don't know. It's not my thing.
The part where she drinks her tears, I was like,
ugh.
I remember that so vividly from when I was a kid, but it is so disgusting. And it's just like so weird.
It was weird. Michelle, do you like can wear horror t-shirts to family functions? Family functions, I don't really care about, but he doesn't like, if we have something to go to for our kids' school or something, he'll usually change it.
Yeah, but I mean, let's get one thing clear. Michelle does not control what I wear. Okay, I wear what I want. But yes, if I'm going to a school function, I will not come rolling in with my Carrie covered in blood and fire shirt.
Are you excited for Kinds of Kindness? Yeah, but we won't be seeing it in the theater.
Yeah, I'll wait for
first of all, it's
physical.
Long AF. It's almost 3 hours long, so thank you. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Yorgos.
Yep, thank you for that. Yeah, won't be making it to the theater, but when it comes out at home, we'll check it out. When is the Criterion sale? When does it start?
Probably beginning of July. Usually it's on a Friday.
Photograph is a famous Def Leppard song.
Yeah, Maria's got Photographs, great. Bites. Love Bites. That was the other one I was trying to think of. I love their 2 like love songs. Not necessarily like love. Well, I guess they are love songs, but Too Late for Love and Love Bites are probably my 2 favorite.
Well, Ken has a Psycho fan.
I got a lot of those.
Ken, what?
Those girls in here talking about me are probably the same ones that were going nuts about my Goodwill trip.
Oh.
They probably changed their names.
Ken, what's the boutique label of the year halfway through 2024?
I think that for me, so far this year, there's been a lot of disappointments for some of the bigger labels. I don't want to say bigger labels, but some of my usual favorites. I don't know. I would say Vinegar Syndrome right now. Or Kino.
Love to see it.
It was either one of those, Kino or Vinegar Syndrome.
Okay, KC was Kevin Costner. He abbreviated it.
Oh, okay.
We got Daily Spooky in the chat. What's up, Kenny and Michelle? How's it going?
What's up, Spooky?
American Horror Story added Kim Kardashian. What do you think of all the spinoffs?
Yeah,
terrible.
I don't care about that.
Allison, get out of here. Ken, thank you for attending Sunday.
Thank you, Reverend Ross.
Sunday service last week. Please have a seat at the elders table with me for a banquet. Michelle can eat at kids' table because she was coloring on church walls. That's enough.
Something weird.
What is
I love
happening?
Reverend Ross. He's a regular commenter for like a week now on the channel.
It's amazing.
But he asked me if I could come to Sunday service in the comment section. I said,
goodness.
I'll be there, Reverend.
We had Carrie in the chat. Hi, Ken and Michelle. How are you both? Happy late Father's Day for you, Ken. Hope you had a great day on Sunday. It's Tuesday morning here in Australia. Enjoy your night, Ken and Michelle. Well, thank you so much.
I have to say that Reverend Ross is my new favorite troll commenter.
Would you take off your shirt for $100?
He changed his profile picture. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with these people tonight?
Did you watch In a Violent Nature yet? I'm disappointed in Criterion 4K releases, Ken. Going back to movies never heard of again.
I haven't really deep dove into the Criterion's. Repo Man's cool, but I already have that edition on Blu-ray, so I don't know if I'll rebuy it anytime soon.
I can't.
But no, I did not watch In a Violent Nature yet.
We got Lozen. Everwood was awesome and was canceled too soon after only 4 seasons. At least Smallville was on for 10 seasons. Yeah, I never watched Smallville, but one of my brothers did.
Yeah.
Or they both might have.
I was thinking Supernatural. I was like, doesn't that show have like 15 seasons? But no, it's Supernatural.
I think he watched both of those, but I don't know. I do get them confused. Does Ken have a dad bod? Yeah.
You know, if you don't want them commenting anymore, you can just restrict them or block them.
I'm just playing, but I genuinely wish you guys well, and the family is good.
Thank you, Reverend.
Reverend Ross tried touching my pickle last Sunday.
Is that true, Reverend?
Why didn't you laugh more? That was funny.
That's it. Reverends don't do that, Deadly Spooky. That's priests.
All right. Now that we've gotten through our disturbing chat tonight, you guys are scaring me. I'm thinking about just calling it quits. Let's finally get into the movie news.
The thing about Michelle is if she has a bad experience with commenters and people in the chat, she will want to never return.
You're really shaking some stuff there.
All right, so let's talk about the box office.
Bam.
It was an incredible weekend at the box office. Inside Out 2 made $155 million. And we talked about this last week. What did I say? I made a prediction.
You did.
I said Inside Out 2 would be the biggest movie of the year, and it is. So I was right.
Thus far, yeah.
But also I said it would make like 90 to 100 probably. So it way smashed that expectation. But also, I don't think anybody predicted it was going to do as good as it possibly did. So 155 million opening weekend.
Crazy.
And I think worldwide it made like close to 300 million. And I believe it's Pixar's second highest opening.
It is.
Behind The Incredibles 2, which made an insane amount of money. That made 220 million. I didn't even realize it made that much.
That's crazy.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on Inside Out 2 smashing box office expectations?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I feel like this was people were waiting for the second one. They were waiting for it. I think we said that it had been 9 years.
9 years, yeah.
9 years.
I think that's a good amount of time.
Yeah, so people were ready for it, and then you add in the fact that it's summertime and kids are out of school and families are looking for things to do. I mean, it just equals box office success.
Yeah, and we've said it, but the family films are big right now. I mean, Mario.
They were big last year.
Barbie.
What do you mean by right now?
Inside Out.
Like
the last couple of years.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's just animated films, movies for families. Like those are the ones that are just taken off at the box office. Not Marvel films and stuff anymore, but which those can be family films too. But it's the family film, and I guess this highlights to me like just how big Inside Out is and how many people like love that movie. I guess it's got a lot of nostalgic pull as well. Because somebody pointed out that like there were a lot of kids. They were probably like 9 and 10 that saw the first Inside Out. So now they're in their 20s and it's possible they may have kids of their own by now, like early 20s maybe. Maybe have like 1 or 2 year olds or something.
If you start young, yeah.
Which we did, honestly.
Well, not that young.
Oh, you were 22.
I was 23.
22.
When I got pregnant?
You were 22 when you had our son. You turned 23 that year, but you were 22.
Okay.
Want to get into this argument about ages? Because I remember everything.
Okay, then I was almost 23.
Anyway, my point is people were bringing up like interesting points about this movie, like being such a long time ago, well, about 10 years ago, and people have a nostalgia for it, like a new generation.
Well, also
have a nostalgic for this property that's a new IP. Like this isn't existing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, also, this just came to me, which we'll probably talk about this in our review because it's like pretty important and obvious and everything. But I feel like too with this one, you know, we got the new emotions.
Yeah.
And one of them was anxiety. And I feel like a lot of people struggle with anxiety. And I've already seen so many like posts and stuff about people who saw the movie, and even though it's like a kid movie, they said that it was like portrayed in such a like understandable way for people, like for kids and for people who like don't really get anxiety, you know.
Yeah.
It was just like explained in a very like simple term kind of thing, you know. So anyway, I feel like that could have had something to do with it too.
It could have,
you know, because a lot of people struggle with anxiety. There's a lot of mental health, you know.
Yeah, that's true. But you compare it to Garfield, you know, that made like 20 million, and it's a family movie. But Garfield is like from our generation, so a lot of people were talking about how like this is for the new generation.
Yeah,
like people are tired of watching our old crap. Mm-hmm. You know, all the stuff we grew up with. It feels like they're making sequels and remakes and new stuff for the stuff that we grew up with, and now they have this and it's their own, and they got a sequel, so people were excited to go out and support it.
Yeah,
so that made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, and I like, again, I think it could be like subject matter.
Yeah,
like a lot of people, I know you don't, but a lot of people like those, you know, in your feelings kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
No, and it I don't want to get into.
And I will say too, going back to the anxiety thing, I saw a comment where like a mom, you know, took her kids or whatever, and I guess she had like an olderish kid or whatever that knew her mom had anxiety, and she was like, "Mom, is that because there's spoiler alert, I don't know if it's in the trailer, but there is a part where Riley, the girl, she has a panic attack." And the daughter, you know, the kid that was with their mom at the movie, she was like, mommy, is that how you feel when you have one of those? And so they were just like I said, it kind of explains it in simple terms for everybody. Like, man, is that what it's like? So
yeah. So everybody went out to feel better about themselves and what they're doing in their life.
Does it? Well, are you being sarcastic?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because I mean, it does help to like other people feel this way kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not reviewing Inside Out 2.
We're not reviewing it, but you look at the other three here, you got Bad Boys, Ride or Die, which I still need to see. Damn movie. It made 33 million.
Look at that like gap. 155 and 33.
But it only dropped 40% from last weekend, so it still had a really good hold for that movie. Now it's not in the same, it's not appealing to the same audience, so I don't think it had to worry about Inside Out 2 like ripping sales away from it.
Yeah.
And then Kingdom for the Planet of the Apes had still 5 million.
Hanging on there.
It's been out for like 6 weeks, and it's back in the top 3. So I think If dropped quite a bit, and I don't know what else came out this weekend. I don't think there was much else that came out this weekend for Inside Out 2 to compete with. But again, both are existing IPs. Bad Boys from the 90s. Planet of the Apes is from like the 60s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think there is something to be said. People are tired of the recycled stuff from our childhood, and they want something new for them, you know.
But to be fair, it is recycled because there's already been one of them, so.
Yeah, but it was 9 years ago, and it's the first.
No. Okay, carry on. We've been on this for a long time.
We have, but let us know your thoughts on the box office in the comments section, in the chat, whatever you want to comment. HBO renews House of the Dragon for a 3rd season. Now, this news broke before the premiere, episode 1. Yeah. So we are definitely. Was there any doubt though that we would get a 3rd season of this?
I don't think so.
I mean, the first season was already extremely successful. Yeah. This one looks like it's going to be the same. But this leads us into our thoughts on episode 1.
Here you go, Collector Movie Man. You ready?
Season 2, which I can't remember. Was it called like Blood and Cheese? I think that was the episode name.
Blood and Cheese.
I think it was, because those are the two characters from the end.
Oh, okay.
I think it was called Blood and Cheese. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll try not to get into like any spoilers.
We'll dance quick around some things, but obviously, like, if you haven't watched it at all and you're super passionate about this show, you might not want to watch this segment, because I know, like, I wouldn't want anything at all spoiled for me.
Yeah.
Before watching it.
I will say though that it came out a few minutes early.
It did.
I was able to play it at like 8:57 or something. I was like, what? It's already like gonna let me play it? Because it wasn't supposed to come on till 9, and I was a little bit worried that it was gonna crash, because that has happened before for big premieres. But yeah, I mean, all in all, you know, there's always like a little recap at the beginning to kind of refresh your memory, because we didn't go back and rewatch the first season, because you know, who has time for that? But
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I personally really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was really good. I feel like it like is setting everything up really nicely, and it was just really like heartbreaking to see Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? Rhaenyra, you know, again,
who only has one line of dialogue in the whole episode.
Yeah. This is a spoiler if you haven't seen the last season, but it was very heartbreaking to see Rhaenyra mourn the loss of one of her sons. And, you know, it kind of just, it was just talking about how a mother needs like physical, like something physical to be able to accept the loss, because, you know, he was killed on his dragon, and, you know, his body didn't come back with him, didn't come back. And so it was hard for her to really accept it, to believe it. And so that was kind of this episode of her just like going off on her own and just mourning. And it was really sad. And there was this scene where I think it's her oldest son. He came back, right? Because she had sent them all on little quests or whatever. And so he came back, and he had heard about his brother passing, and he was trying to be like really strong and like give her an update, but they both know what needs to be said. They know that the one has passed away. And it just like really got me. They had this moment, they broke down, they hugged. It was very emotional. So,
and the episode title was A Son for a Son, which collector movie, man.
Wow, you were way wrong.
I thought I saw somewhere that I swear I pulled up an article like on the episode, and it said Blood and Cheese on it.
We watched the after show that talked about those two characters at the end.
Yeah.
Which that was a good little like side story too, or whatever. Yeah.
But no, and the show opens up with Winterfell, so
yeah, that was cool too.
And it has a new opening.
New intro, same music from Game of Thrones. Cool. Yeah.
I'm just happy that it's back, because it's like, you know, when you get a show like this back, it just makes you thankful, because it's like, oh, the grown-ups are back in TV. The people that know what they're doing.
What did you think about the episode, though?
I thought it was great.
Okay.
I thought it was a great return.
We didn't really talk about it. So.
To be honest, like House of the Dragon has built up so much goodwill with me. It would probably take like 3 or 4 lackluster episodes for me to realize that it had gone downhill or something. Okay. So like I was just happy to have it back. It's obviously, you know, setting up a lot of things for this season, the war that's going to be taking place. So it's a lot of setup, but there is something pretty horrific that happens. Sorry, my bad.
So you're hitting my foot.
In like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was really good.
That'll kind of take you back a little bit, because the episode itself is pretty tame, I would say, for the most part. You're just being reintroduced into the world, and, you know, trying to, you know, get acclimated to what. I mean, nothing big like happens throughout the episode. They're just characters that.
I mean, the end.
The end. That's what I'm talking about. The end. There's something big, but like throughout the episode, it's pretty tame, and then you get this like big moment towards the end.
Yeah.
That's like, oh crap! Like
this is
Game of Thrones, and we're back. So,
no, it's House of the Dragon.
Well, it's the Game of Thrones worlds, you know.
All right, what do you think about this? I feel like you've been talking a lot about possessor and possession and all this crap. So what do you think?
People getting possessed.
What do you think about this?
Robert Pattinson and Parker Finn remaking Possession, the 1981. I don't know how you remake this film. It's so weird. So I guess, I mean, Robert Pattinson, I think, could go there. I think he could give a Sam Neill type performance, but it's
Sam Neill is in that.
Yeah, Sam Neill's in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's an early Sam Neill film. But I mean, it's a movie about the disintegrating relationship between a husband and a wife. But it's just a really weird movie. It's very like tied to the specific time that it came out. So I don't know how you remake it, but I don't know. I mean, I imagine.
I feel like Robert Pattinson can do it.
If they can do it like, they did Suspiria, which I couldn't imagine anybody remaking that, and they did it very well. If they can add a new spin on it, make it cool, it could work.
Okay.
So,
all right.
It's interesting.
And then I don't remember if it was last week or the week before that we talked about a Paramount Skydance merger happening.
Yeah.
But it's not happening.
Oh.
So basically, I believe Skydance was the one that backed out of it.
Yeah.
They just, I don't really like get all the logistics of it. It's kind of, it has to do with like, what are they called? Is it timeshares or stocks or something?
Yeah. Mumbo jumbo.
They just said basically they weren't willing to take the risk. Apparently it was very risky for them and they just weren't feeling it. So they backed out of it, which was really surprising to a lot of people because apparently it was like in the very like final stages and then they just pulled the plug.
Yeah.
So as of right now, there's nothing happening. So it's up for the grabs or something like that.
What's up for grabs?
I'm not a business lady, so yeah. But speaking of more stuff that I don't understand, we've got Sony Pictures buying Alamo Drafthouse in a historic and unexpected move. And so this makes sense because you were just telling me that up until like 2020, studios could not own theaters.
It was a big thing back in the early days. I don't remember the exact time period.
Probably so I guess that's like what they mean by historic, right?
The 30s, 40s, 50s, maybe. Mm-hmm. Studios would buy theaters, and it's like a conflict of interest.
Right,
like
right. You would only show movies that they have.
We'll only show movies that our studio does, and these movies or maybe like other studio movies are going to charge more for it or something like that. Ours are going to be less, and which would drive more people to see their movies. So.
But also with Alamo, you said last year they closed some locations? They
closed 6 locations, I think, last year. I think they got hit pretty hard by the pandemic.
And actually, from what I've read, they're already a fairly small chain.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have one anywhere near us.
So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, Sony has bought Alamo Drafthouse, and from the article that I read, they both seem very happy and optimistic and excited about it. They said that they want to continue creating this like unique and more special theater experience for all the movie lovers. Like Ken just said, we've never been to one, so can't speak on it. But apparently, they just do like themed things. They do like just to make it more like interactive and fun. It's not just like your typical what we're used to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty sorry, I'm going through and just banning people.
So what do you think about it?
I mean, I think it's good, I guess. I think Sony's making a lot of smart moves recently. Or maybe not recently, but they are, I think, the only studio that decided they're not going to start a streaming service. They're going to license their stuff, which I think is very smart. And now they're getting into the premium theater experience, which, to be honest, like I think that the future, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to see studios either start small chain theater operations or take over some, and chains like AMC and Regal and Cinemark and some of the other smaller chains are going to go out of business. I think that's just what's going to happen going in the future. And you're going to see the combining. I think this is the start, like, especially like if this works to both of their advantage, this is the start of a new era of studios and theater chains getting together.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting, but like I said, I'm not a business.
I said that.
Graduates.
You said that too.
Person.
All right, we're gonna keep going here for just a minute more here. So this is interesting. Apparently, people were saying that they wanted a live action Ratatouille. Okay.
Yeah.
People were wanting a live action Ratatouille, but the Pixar boss. It's kind of a funny way to.
The Pixar boss.
To name this person.
The pit boss.
The Pixar boss doesn't want to do live action remakes. It sort of bothers me. So it said that he just basically has no interest in it. Like he just wants to do what he does, you know?
Yeah.
That's so funny. So yeah, I don't know. I think that it's like I'm kind of a fan of him saying that, you know, because it's like in this age, we're like always like just trying to do more, like pull from every little crevice we can find from, you know, so.
It's like Pixar's already, it's not, I mean, it's clearly computer animated and it has been since Toy Story, but it's like, I don't know how you do live action versions of those movies. I just don't feel like it's the same. As
I
the
mean,
Disney
Ratatouille is
films.
like a mouse, a rat. So I feel like it could be done, you know?
You could do it, but yeah, I mean,
because it's primarily about a chef, you know? So I feel like I feel like if you're going to do one, actually, I feel like that would be a good one to do, you know? Because, I mean, you wouldn't even have to make the rat talk, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that one would be a doable one. But
Toy Story would be.
He's not interested.
Would be weird. Like that would be like a horror movie. It would be creepy.
Movie. Yeah, it would be scary. I mean, it's basically Chucky doll. Like
it's just different with Pixar. I don't know. It just feels different. Like I don't know if there's any of those movies like Cars. How would you do a live action of Cars?
Yeah.
It just feels like their movies aren't as good to do those live action. They don't translate well for live action form.
Real quick, McDonald's isn't acknowledging Grimace's birthday this year. Isn't
Happy
that
birthday,
sad?
Grimace.
Yeah. So apparently they didn't like all the.
Did they say why? They just didn't want to be associated with all the people acting like they're dead.
Well, you
on
said
TikTok.
That. You said that was why. I was like,
no, I didn't know. I didn't read into it.
I was like, you'd think that they would have liked all of the promotion.
A lot of Grimace shakes were purchased.
Like we literally, like I took the kids to get Grimace shakes because like they had heard about Grimace shakes, not because it's like gonna make you die or whatever they were doing. But you know, it was just like this whole like thing, like something new or whatever. But yeah, I guess they decided that it was like it ended up being kind of inappropriate or something. So having a bunch of like dead kids everywhere. Some people really took it far.
Some companies don't want dead kids on their
Okay, I'm just going to keep going here. So this just broke today. Uncharted 2 is officially in the works with Tom Holland. I still need to see the first one. I feel like we've talked about this before when we were talking about Tom Holland recently because he said he was like stepping out of the limelight for a little bit. But which I think he's doing like Broadway right now or something like that, theater or something. But yeah, so that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, the first movie is perfectly okay, and I'll probably never rewatch it my whole life.
All right, so one more thing, and then I'll get into the chat, and then I've got some posters that I'll share at the end. But
I do have 2 copies of Uncharted in my collection.
Okay, well, we need to watch it. Do you know what this is?
Jordan Peele, the date for his next movie, I'm assuming?
Yep.
2.5 years? Are you freaking kidding me?
So Jordan Peele has announced that his next movie, which will be his 5th or 3rd? 4th or 5th? 4th. Okay. Yeah, tickle my throat.
It's going to be 4 years removed from Nope.
Yeah. So it's coming, which we need to rewatch Nope as well. Yeah, Halloween season 2026. So it'll be interesting to see what the heck he's come up with this time because at the end of the day, he's a creative being. So
I hope it's like real like Halloween-y. I hope it's like really like
real
Halloween themed. Like if it's coming out around Halloween.
You think?
But like is like Trick or Treat or something.
Oh my gosh.
With the Halloween aesthetic.
Oh, where'd we go?
We're out of here.
Let's see. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Yeah, so I don't know. That's exciting. I do, you know, I don't like. So his first one was Get Out, and then it was, what was the weird one? All of Us. What was it called? The second one. What was the second?
Us.
Us. That one just like, I don't know. That one just like kind of took a turn for the worse for me.
I've rewatched it. It's a good horror film. I like it.
Yeah.
But the ending is kind of weird and nonsensical.
And
so as long as you don't have a problem with the logic of it, then it's a fine movie.
I'm talking about like the end. I don't want to spoil it, but
I mean, it's like 5 years old.
No, but I'm talking about like the end with like the white bunnies and stuff.
Yeah, the white bunnies are in the beginning. It's actually the opening show.
But then it was actually cool because you find out that there's this like underground. I don't know. I don't remember it because I've literally seen it one time. But I was gonna say with Nope, I think I speak for everyone when I say that I want to see the damn monkey movie. Like I want to see that. Like that whole monkey part in that movie, it was like a separate movie to me in that movie. Like it felt like its own story. What are you doing? Quit reading comments.
Go ahead. Look, you know the easy thing to do? Just take them off.
It's you being distracted because you're like 6 years old and can't concentrate. I just want to see the monkey movie. I want to see Gordy. That part was like crazy for me.
But do you think a full movie of Gordy would be something you would like?
I don't know.
Or is he better in small doses? Like
better in small doses. I don't know. Now I can't remember. I don't know where we were because we're not starred.
Good star.
Let's see.
And we opened the floodgates of weirdos tonight.
Favorite cereal?
That's a tough one. I guess I'll say Honey Bunches of Oats. I've been eating that for a while.
I like the multigrain Cheerios, honestly.
Those are good.
Did you guys see the Garfield movie? How was it? I want to see it with the family. It looks cute. We did not see that.
We did not.
It's great because we can share what we grew up with our children. Even cartoons we grew up with are being modernized. Oh my gosh, for kids today. We got Steve in the chat. Greetings, you two lovebirds and flick friends. How's it going?
What's up, Steve?
Maria says Garfield was very disappointing. Yeah, because it was literally like, I think was it number 2 or my most anticipated?
I think it was your most.
Yeah, I was trying to go for another like Mario year, you know, and it just.
With Garfield?
Yeah, Garfield.
I like Garfield. You know, I hate Mondays too now. So that movie really resonates with me. And I do like lasagna. I don't get it too much, but
I don't really like lasagna that much.
Like Garfield and Friends is where it's at. Like
Maya Hawk said it was really important and a huge opportunity to voice anxiety, and she cried, I think. I don't know. She got very emotional. Check out the interview. Oh, that's cool. Let's see. It's important to tackle topics like anxiety and mental health in the world we are in today. There's enough to deal with daily as it is, but it will help our children understand and prepares them as well. Do you know the Blade MCU isn't happening? Yeah, that keeps getting like pushed back. I think at one point you're like,
cancel that.
This isn't going to happen.
There's only one Blade. His name was Wesley Snipes. Leave it alone.
You totally called it, Ken. Inside Out 2 made over 100 million.
I did.
Gus likes Alamo Drafthouse. I enjoyed the cartoon and serial Saturday morning events.
What the hell?
That's crazy.
We don't get that kind of stuff, Gus. It's like if we had a theater like that near us, like maybe we would want to go.
But how much does it cost to go do that? Like
it's a lot. They bring you your freaking food, like you order it.
Whoever said they want a Ratatouille live action? People on the internet said it. We got Cody in the chat. What's up, everyone? Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button for K&M. How's it going, Cody?
What's up, Cody?
They don't want live action. They don't want live action until Disney forces them to milk the movies. Live action remakes are overly done. Yeah.
I think Disney learned a lesson this weekend with Inside Out 2. I think they're going to do more sequels. That's what we're going to get now from Disney.
They could do sex toy story.
They already have Inside Out 3 in production, probably.
Collector Movie Man says, no, stop making the Uncharted movies. The first movie is terrible. It's nothing like the first game, and none of the characters match up to the game.
Reverend, they already have like 8 Uncharted games.
Uncharted movie just brings down the brand. The video games are 1,000,000 times better.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty typical as
well.
You
even played those games.
Mm-hmm. A new Pixar original movie will come out March 26, 2026.
Stop with the original stuff. Just give us the stuff we know. Toy Story 5, Frozen 3.
Are we excited for Josh Hartnett in the upcoming movie Trapped? Yes. I don't think it's Trapped Alive. It's just Trapped.
No.
It looks like good potential. Yep, it does.
I am. I'll keep my expectations tempered, but I like the trailer.
Oh, no. Cody said I just ruined Us for him.
Cody's seen Us.
Are you
Cody
serious?
sees everything.
Cody.
No, he might not have seen it. I don't know. You could have ruined it for him.
We got Eli in the chat.
On it. Boom, boom.
I saw Space Jam Pajama and Cereal Party at Alamo Draft House. It was awesome. Just like $20.
I got 5 on it.
That's cool. Do you think Moana 2 will perform as well as Inside Out 2? Ooh, I do.
Possible.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's possible.
I'm not there yet, but we did see a trailer for it at the theater yesterday, and I've already seen the trailer, but seeing it like in the theater, and they played that like original soundtrack music. It has to do with nostalgia because I remember our daughter being little bitty, and she freaking loved it, and so I was just like, oh my gosh. I want to see it. I do want to see it. I said
for a long time that was my second favorite animated film.
Yeah, it's a good one. It really is.
I think that let's do a comparison. So Inside Out opened at 60 million, I think, opening weekend, and the second one made 155 million. I believe that Moana made like 70 something, so it made more when it opened. I think there's equal level nostalgia for Moana as there is Inside Out. It came out a year after Inside Out, 2016, so there's an 8-year gap between the two. I think it's very possible that it opens equal to or maybe slightly more than Inside Out.
And it comes out in November.
Yeah.
From what I remember. I loved Uncharted. My dad took me to the theater to go see it. I accidentally spilt my nachos all over the floor, though. Oh, man.
The Reverend was upset.
I saw Us in theaters. Okay, good. There's only 4 games. Gosh, babe. I saw Trapped.
Spinoffs.
Will not have a twist ending. It's just a straight cat and mouse thriller. Well, dang.
Yeah.
Surely there's got to be some kind of twist.
There's some kind of subversion of your expectations, I'm sure.
He was great in the faculty and H2O.
He was.
Okay. So the last thing I've got is just a few new posters. Let's see if I can do this by myself.
Paddington in Peru. And you can't do it by yourself.
I did do it by myself. You do the same shit. So we got a new poster and trailer for Paddington in Peru. This is coming out next year in January. I don't really care. I don't. For some reason, I know a lot of people like Paddington. I don't get it. But
you haven't even seen Paddington.
I feel like I've seen pieces of it, and I just don't care to see it. But this will be the 3rd one, right? Yeah. So, a little bear goes a long way. What are you laughing about now?
Give me this.
God.
These people are killing me.
We're almost
done.
Sorry,
Reverend son.
Okay, we're almost done.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, and then another one here is a Apple TV Plus movie. This is coming to Apple TV Plus, obviously, August 9th with Matt Damon and Casey Affleck, The Instigators.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have Apple TV. It doesn't make me want to get Apple TV Plus, but I will say what does make me want to get Apple TV Plus is the new show with Jake Gyllenhaal. Something about proven until innocent, or guilty until proven, or
guilty until proven innocent.
It's like another like case type of thing, kind of like Defending Jacob was with Chris Evans.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks good, and I've heard it's good. So anyway, but yeah, there's The Instigators. You know, I like both of these guys. They're good guys.
Matt Damon.
Right?
He's pretty good.
Well, Casey Affleck does too.
Yeah, I like Casey. Especially liking when he's grieving over losing 3 kids.
Phew, man. And then the last one here is called Strange Darling. And have you seen this trailer?
Mm-mm.
So this one, I'm actually really excited about.
Who is that?
Which is unusual for me because this is a horror movie. And it looks really good. It looks really good.
Is this A24 or Neon, or is it just?
I'm not sure, honestly.
I think I saw the studio, but I can't remember who it was. No, I can't read that. It's Miramax.
Well, it's from the producer of Barbarian and Late Night with the Devil.
I mean, it's promising. What's it about? You know what it's about?
It's about this girl.
It's about a girl with red hair.
With red pink hair or whatever.
Who's half naked.
I don't know, it like starts out with her in a car with a man. And
there's all good movies too.
It's kind of like one of those like.
We just watched a movie the other night that started off in a car with a man.
Well, it's kind of like what's the one where the woman like goes and gets revenge?
Revenge?
No. God, don't be annoying. Help me out. No, the one where she like goes back and like takes care of them. Like she's, you know, the one that just woman something. Woman's in the title.
Promising Young Woman.
Promising Young Woman. It's kind of like that. She's like in the car.
You described that movie horribly, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but I can't think. Don't you know you're supposed to be able to read my brain? But anyway, they're sitting in the car, and she's kind of talking about how, as being a woman, which we just had this conversation watching Love Lies Bleeding randomly, but being a woman, she's like talking to this guy who she's never met. She's like, you know, it's like scary for me to just be with somebody and not know you, right? Well, anyway, then she says, are you a serial killer? It's like she knew. She was like kind of like undercover. Like she already knew when she got in that car that he was a serial killer. And he like looks at her and he's like, what? And then like the whole movie.
How did you know?
It's like an escape kind of movie. It looks wild. It looks wild. It looks good though.
Well, don't spoil it for me.
It looks good. And the girl is really familiar looking, but you can go ahead and take it off and finish the chat if you want. The girl was in
chat's
something.
Not being very good tonight, so I don't know if I want to finish them off.
That's unfortunate.
Gary says,
you know why? Because you shared it on yours, and
I'm gonna stop doing that. There is no expiration date on spoilers. Are there any movies from 70s, 80s that you haven't? There's a lot of them. Here's the thing, Gary. I honestly don't have too big of an issue being spoiled on movies. Here's the difference. If it's something that just came out within the last like couple of years and you spoil it for somebody, then you're an asshole. But if it came out like 50 years ago and you're spoiling it because you're just talking about it, I don't see that being the same thing. Like I'm not going to get mad at somebody for spoiling Chinatown. It's on me because I haven't watched it yet. You know, maybe don't go out of your way to spoil stuff from people, but like if I slip up and accidentally say something like, you shouldn't be like too upset about that.
Well, there you
I don't know. How do you feel about that? It's a difference between like House of the Dragon came out last night. We just get on here and talk about the big thing that happens at the end or something.
Well, I think you know how he feels about it. He sounds like he's pissed. So.
Well, I didn't spoil anything. I was just
talking. I spoil those for you? Okay. Anyway, we going back to this movie. It's the girl from the Fall of the Usher. Remember her? She was his sister. She's the girl.
Yeah. Yeah. She was pretty good in that show. She was really good at like acting like the younger version of that woman. Like she acted just like her.
Yeah.
Who's the president's wife and Independence
she's the main character. So.
But anyway, when it comes to spoilers, I'm trying to do better with those. Like it's hard though to talk about stuff and not spoil it. And everybody's got their own threshold for like what they think a spoiler is. Mm-hmm. It's like you can just say the littlest detail. A spoiler alert. Well, if you don't want me to spoil it, then don't even watch my review because I'm going to spoil something.
For sure. Like if you're going to click, like obviously this isn't a review. So, but if you click a review, like that's nobody's fault if they spoil something. Like some people include spoilers, some people try not to. But at the end of the day, you're reviewing a movie, and sometimes it's really hard not to talk about at least some.
I don't watch people's reviews until after I see the movie.
Right.
But some people are just really good about it or good at it because they're, pros. I don't consider myself a professional movie reviewer. We just have conversations about movies. Yeah,
that's true too.
But I try not to spoil stuff. I feel like I'm getting better about it.
Oh, well, there you go. Gary disagrees with you.
Gary,
I hear Paddington 2 is a masterpiece.
Paddington 2 is pretty good. I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, but it did have 100% on Rotten for a while.
Wow, that means Doug Liman had the last 2 movies he directed go straight to streaming with The Instigators and the Roadhouse remake.
Oh God, he did that?
Oh shit!
I won't watch that.
That's not good. Okay, here we go. Presumed Innocent is from a 1990 movie starring Harrison Ford, released from Warner Brothers. Okay, that's what it's called. Presumed Innocent. Uh-oh. Ian McKellen fell off the stage that he was performing in and is in the hospital.
Well, that's not good.
That's not good.
Hopefully he's okay. Ian McKellen's got to be like...
When old people fall and get hurt, like they usually don't recover.
Like, isn't he like in his 90s now or something? Like he's insane.
I'm waiting for Michelle to spoil The Sixth Sense for me.
They were all dead, including Bruce Willis. Sorry, guys.
Oh, my God. We got Allie in the chat. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Allie, it's better off you didn't show up tonight because this chat's been wild.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something right now. Because the chat has behaved so poorly tonight, that's why I just spoiled The Sixth Sense. So I'm sorry.
I got the Paddington Bear stuffed animal from Buckingham Palace when I went to London. Dang.
Yeah, he's 85.
Wow.
85 years old.
Well, I hope he's okay.
Rotten, you fools.
Nicholas agrees. I don't watch reviews until after I see a movie myself. Well, I mean, I get that you like sometimes the job is to make someone want to see the movie. So then you are vague and like those people are good at it and they like somehow give you a review without really telling you anything about the movie. Like you said, we're not good at that. But like
I feel like we're getting better at it.
I personally, obviously it's different for everyone. But I personally typically only watch a review after I've seen it because I just want to know if they thought like I did. Yeah. Like I'm hardly ever going to click a review for a movie that I haven't seen to be like, I wonder if I should check this movie out now. I'm going to see what they said about it. Yeah. Usually it's the opposite for me. Like I'm like, I already saw it. I want to know if they think like I did. A lot of people
use reviews though. They do. I mean, you can tell because the big reviewers will drop a review days before the movie comes out and it gets a ton of views. So people are watching those. So some people are like that and they want to know, is it good or not? So I know whether or not to waste my money. And I do 4K reviews and stuff like that and that I like to talk about. And I like to think that I inform people on whether or not they should drop $50 on a release or not.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's an important job, I'd say.
All right. Well, there you go. That's the news.
That's the news.
I don't know what happened tonight, but.
A lot of shenanigans happened. Okay.
I skipped 3 of Movie collector.
We skipped a lot.
I'm sorry. It probably got mixed in with some of the kind of inappropriate comments that we were trying to skip over.
You know,
I do apologize. Just message
Michelle's
me on Instagram.
a MILF. Somebody did offer to pay me $100 for taking my shirt off, and I would do it. If you give me $100, I would do it.
Somebody was saying Ken was could they be Ken's daughter too? And
yeah. It got weird in here
somebody
tonight.
was gonna get their belt.
I'm not proud of what happened in the chat tonight. I'm honestly ashamed of most of you all. I feel like because it got like that, the regulars just kind of were like, I'm not even going to bother in the chat tonight. So they're probably still watching, but they're just not engaging in the chat. So if you're still here, if you've been hanging out, just watching the shit show in the chat, go ahead and comment now. Okay. Let us know what you thought of the show.
Make sure you like the stream, guys. You know, and then also be on the lookout for our Inside Out 2 review. And then
Love Lies Bleeding, if we get to that.
Possibly a Love Lies Bleeding review. And then we're hoping to do a Pixar tier list. Is that what you call them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're still deciding if we want to do a live or a recorded.
Put out a poll.
We're not ready for that. You mean like on or YouTube?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like right now. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Well, you did say we were going to do a poll.
I said it would be good in the future. Okay. But we didn't have the thing up and all that. So anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unity OC says, I'm still watching the shit show. Don't worry. Any first thoughts on Criterion announcement today? I mean, pretty much the only one I know about is Repo Man. I haven't really looked into all the other ones. I know they announced like a trilogy set, but I wasn't familiar with any of those movies. So it looks like a Criterion month, which is like nothing I've heard of. It's usually what Criterion announces until like their bigger months. But Repo Man's cool. I'm not going to get it, but it's a cool announcement. If you haven't got it, it's a cool movie. That's it.
That's it.
Are you done?
I'm done. Have a great night,
guys. All right,
guys.
everybody have a great night, and we'll see you guys later.